Okay, shalom, sisters. This is Sister Nakoma from the house of Elder Shakia, and I want to welcome you all to our Strong Tower Sisters of Israel's sewing tutorial. So we are on our way to the fabric store now. So I am going to cut it off because it's not safe to film and drive, sisters. So I'm going to cut this off and I will cut it back on. I'll come back on as soon as we arrive at the store. Shalom. Shalom, shalom, sisters. This is Sister Nakoma again from the house of Elder Shakia. We have just arrived to the fabric store, so we're going to go ahead and go in the fabric store. And like I said, once again, I want to thank you all for tuning in to our sewing tutorial. And Lord's will, you can get a lot out of it. And I'll see you in the fabric store. Shalom. Shalom, sisters. We are back. We are now inside of the fabric store. As you can see, there are different fabrics that you all can purchase. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go in sections and show you like how to read, how to pick out patterns from the pattern book, different scissors you can buy, different types of threads, different fringes and borders of blues that you can purchase, and different, like if you're a crafter, different craft projects. I'm sorry, sisters, I was trying to get up early enough to beat the crowd, so I want to make sure that I get everything for you all. But this is the fabric side. And like I said, there's different fabrics that you can purchase. So I'm going to go and pick a fabric and teach you how to read a fabric label. And I will be right back. Shalom. Okay, sisters, so I found a fabric and it's a nice denim fabric. And I'm going to show you how to read the label, if you can see this. So a fabric label is going to tell you the details about the fabric that you are purchasing. So if you can see this, I'm trying to get it to focus. Sorry about that, sisters. It will tell you what type of fabric it is. So this is a denim fabric. It will tell you how to care for the fabric, how many inches wide the fabric is. So this is denim, type of fabric it is. This is telling you, sometimes it'll tell you how to care for the fabric. Well, it's actually on this side. And it tells you how many inches it is. So this fabric happens to be 57 inches wide. And then it gives you the width of the fabric, not the length. The length is usually in yards. And then it tells you where the fabric is made. It tells you what the fabric is made of. And of course, us being Israel, we're looking for 100% fabrics. So this is 100% cotton. Then on this side, sorry sisters, it tells you how to care for the fabric as far as washing, if you can iron it out. And then over here, it tells you the price of the fabric. So basically that's it. That's how you read a fabric label. Again, it tells you what type of material. I'm trying to focus it, sisters, but it tells you what kind of fabric it is, how many inches wide the fabric is, and the width of the fabric helps determine how many yards you need. It tells you where the material is made from. It will tell you what the fabric is made with. And again, us being Israel, we're looking for 100%, so this is 100% cotton. And then it tells you how to care for the fabric, and then it will give you the price of the fabric, and the price is always in yards. So this particular piece of fabric will be $16.99 per yard, depending on how many yards that you need. And sisters, I'm going to go into I'll have pictures and everything of a fabric label more in detail, because I know it's kind of hard for me to focus. So I'm going to actually put one into the video so you can see it when I get ready to do the editing. So I shall return. Okay, sisters, we are now at the interfacing rack. And what interfacing is, interfacing makes things stiff. So sometimes your patterns may require interfacing in like the collar or on the arm hole of a garment. And all it does, again, is just makes your garment stiff, where it will lay down flat. So I pulled out one of the bulk of interfacing. And again, I'm sorry, when you deal with fabrics, it's always on a bulk, and it will tell you how many yards are on a bulk when it comes into the store freshly packaged, as this one. No, it's never been opened, it's never been cut from. So originally there was 20 yards on this. So if you want to purchase a whole bulk of fabric, you can do that, and it will tell you the yardage on there. You can see it better on this one, I think. This one came with 20 yards of fabric, but as you can see, it's been cut on. But this is what interfacing looks like. You can get interfacing where you can sew it on. This one in particular, you iron it on, and we'll go into more detail about interfacing. Again, sisters, these are just more fabrics. These are what we call upholstery fabrics. And upholstery fabrics, of course, is used for things like upholstering furniture, curtain designs, things of that nature. They're a little bit more heavy materials. They're thicker because you're using them for those reasons, and they also tend to cost more, just depending on where you get them from. But I wanted to show you all these types of fabrics too. Okay, sisters, we are now at the fringe and ribbon section. So I just wanted to snap this real fast, because us being Israel, you know, we're gonna wear fringes on our garments. But these are just different types of fringes that you sisters can use on your garments. I can't get everything because they have like drawers and things in the way, so but I just wanted to show you different types of fringes that you can buy. And then as far as reading this, you'll do it just like a bulk of fabric. I'm trying to focus it in so you can see. You'll see the price of how much it costs per yard, and usually it'll tell you what it's made of. You can focus on it. These are different types of fringes, and then the borders of blue are on the other side. Ribbons of blue. More fringes that you can choose from. And I'm gonna try to find the ribbon of blue. Yeah, here we go. Try to get to the ribbon of blue. So here, they don't really have a good stock today, but here are different ribbons of blue that you can choose from. Let me see if I can focus it. Different ribbons of blue that you can choose from. Okay, sisters, now we are in the scissor cutting area, and there are a variety of different scissors and pinking shears that you can use. We're going to go more in depth into those items when we go into our different materials portion of the video. Different rotary cutters. Rotary cutters are used mainly for quilting, but you can use it for garment sewing as well. Measuring boards, and like I said, we're going to get more into detail of those items during the sewing materials portion of the video. So sisters, this is the pattern section of the store with the books that have all the different patterns. So I pulled a book so we can go and find a pattern. So basically what you do when you're looking through a pattern book, you find whatever, you know, make of pattern style that you want. I just chose McCall's. There are different pattern makers out there, but I just happened to pick up the McCall's book. But anyway, let's say you want to make this particular dress, and I'm trying to focus it in, sister, so you can see it. But let's just say you want to make this particular dress. What the pattern book does, it tells you the pattern number. This one happens to be M7242. Am I saying it right? M7242. Sorry, sisters. And then it tells you how much the pattern costs. It will tell you the size of the pattern. So this one goes from, and there are different sizes they have in the sizes listed in, let's see if I can focus it more. They have the sizes listed under US sizes, Euro sizes, and French sizes. So let's see if I can block that out for you, sisters. Focus more. So of course we're looking for US sizes. This particular pattern is going to be, it's under A5, and then it goes from a size 6 to 22 in Mrs. dresses. If it was petite, it will say petite, tall, so forth and so on. So you're just looking for the one that you need. So A5 goes from sizes 6 to 14, and E5 goes from 14 to 22. Then it will tell you, see if I can focus in more. Then it will tell you the different styles of dresses that you can make in this pattern. So you can make either dress A, dress B, dress C, or dress D using this one particular pattern. Then it will tell you, it will recommend to you the fabrics that will best look the best making this particular dress, either one of these dresses, either styles of dresses. So it will give you the fabrics, and this one happens to be designed for medium weight woven fabrics. So that's basically it. So now when you go to look for a pattern, you're going to see all different types of patterns pertaining to the books that they have on file that you can, choose patterns from. What you do is you're going to take your pattern number, which this one again happens to be M7242, and the patterns are sectioned off in numbers by the different makers of patterns. So we chose a McCall's pattern, so we're going to look for a McCall's pattern that has our number, and all the drawers are numbered, and I just happen to already pre-choose it, have it already out for you, sisters. So again, this is our number. You pull the drawer open, and this is our number right here, which is the M7242. That's our pattern number. The patterns are usually listed behind this piece of cardboard number. The patterns are listed behind there. And again, you're going to look for whatever size you need. So I just happened to pull this one. But this will be the size, whatever size you need. It's going to tell you on the side. It's going to tell you, let's see if I can, there's two different ones. So here was that E5 that we saw. See if I can focus it. E5. And then here's that A5 with our different sizes. I'm going to bring them out to the book. So as you can see, here is the A5. A5 there. And then here's the E5. E5 there. And sisters, I'm going to go more into detail on how to read the pattern, but right now I'm going to go to the cutting counter so you can see how to get your fabric cut, because my battery is going dead. So I will be right back. Yeah. So basically, sisters, we are here at the cutting counter. What you do is you'll take a number and then you'll wait in line to get your fabric cut. And what they'll do is they'll call your number. It'll be on the board, but then they'll also call your number. So you just stand in line to get your fabric cut. And this is where they will cut it at. And when they cut it, I can't really zoom in on it, sister, so I'm so sorry, but it's cut usually in yards. So if you want a fourth of a yard or half of a yard, or you want the whole yard, it's usually cut in yards. Real quickly, sisters, I wanted you all to see the different types of threads that they have. And it'll just, everything will depend on, things vary from store to store. So this store might not have exactly the same things that you may have in your local stores, but I just wanted you all to see the different things that you can get. And sisters, last but not least, my battery is getting ready to clunk out on me, but I wanted to make sure that I got the craft side of the store as well. So I want you to see the different craft things that you can do. I know some sisters like to make jewelry and things like that. So this is the section for that. Some sisters like to do like different cake decorating, different things for different paper projects. I just wanted you all to get a glimpse of what it will look like coming into the store, fabric store. And of course, you know, Esau has all his wicked holiday stuff up here, so I'm trying to keep those items out of the shot as much as possible, sisters. Here's more fabrics. These tend to be used for quilting purposes. You have different fleece materials. Again, Esau has the wicked holidays going on, so they got all their different holiday stuff out. Of course, as being Israel, we don't pay that anymore, because we have our own high holy days that the Most High given us to celebrate. All praises. So, sisters, we are back at the car now, and I want to say shalom again, and tune in to our next section of our sewing tutorial. I hope this tutorial was helpful. Again, I do apologize, my battery is like blinking at me. I need to charge the camera back up, but again, stay tuned for part 2. of the sewing tutorial, and we're going to go more in depth with sewing items, materials that you need to help get you started on your sewing journey. Help get you started on your sewing journey. So again, shalom, and Most High Yahweh Shah bless. Love you all.